Hello Year 3 and welcome to your maths video for Thursday the 11th of February. Now I've got the short date here in the corner. It is 11.02.2021 and today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be solving problems including missing number problems involving multiplication. That's a real mouthful, that, isn't it? So there's going to be lots of different problems that you're going to be solving using multiplication, and there's going to be some missing number problems included in that. You are experts at these now, but the focus this week is we are going to be looking at them maybe as normal multiplications, as in money context, so pence, pounds, and there's also going to be some measurements in there as well, so like centimetres, metres. So let's have a look at the first one. Samuel and Jensen bought 5 boxes of Jaffa cakes. In each box, there were 12 Jaffa cakes. How many Jaffa cakes did they have altogether? Now, we're going to have a look at the important bits, okay? So we know that we've got 5 boxes here, and there's 12 Jaffa cakes in each box. So we always highlight the important parts, don't we? So now I know that what calculation I'm going to have to do is 5 multiplied by 12. And the way I'm going to work that out is using the grid method. So let me draw my grid. It's just a super quick grid. When you're doing this, you can use a ruler. Obviously, I can't do this because I'm using my computer. So I've got my times sign, my multiplication sign in there, and I'm going to put 5 in there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to partition my 12. So I'm going to have 10 and 2. So I'm going to put my 10 in there and I'm going to put my 2 there. There we go. So now this bit is really, really simple. I'm going to do 5 times 10, which is 50. And then 5 times 2, which is 10. Then what is the next step I need to do? Can you remember? Looking back all the way to Tuesday, I need to add those together, don't I? So 50, do it there, add 10. And I'm going to add them together, aren't I? Do an addition. Oh, that's an awful line. Let's delete that. That's always deleted everything. And now I've got a really big 0, not to panic. There we go. 50 add 10. Well, 0 add 0 is 0. 50 add 10 is 60. So I've got 60 Jaffa cakes altogether. That is a lot of Jaffa cakes, isn't it? Miss Dunn would have a great time with those. So then I'm going to look at my next one. And this question is following on from the first one, okay? So if Samuel and Jensen were to share, oh, spelling mistake, Miss Dunn needs to check that. So there we go. If Samuel and Jensen were to share the Jaffa cakes equally between the two people, because there's Samuel and Jensen, how many would each person get? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this a different way this week because I know that I can share them in tens. It'll be a bit of a bigger chunk. So if I write my tens to 60, so 10, 20, 30, there we go, 40, 50, 60, there we go. Sorry for the little bit of a mess, year 3. And then I'm going to draw 2 circles. One's there for Samuel and the other one is there for Jensen. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to share them out then. So 10 in there and I'll cross one off. 10 in there and I'll cross it off. And I'll keep doing this until I've got no 10s left. I'll cross this one off so I can put that in there. And then I've got one here. And then I've got one here. Okay. So then what I do is I would count how many 10s are in each. So there's 10, 20, 30 in that one, 10, 20, 30 in that one. So they get 30 Jaffa cakes each. Super duper. Let's have another look at another one. Miss Dunn can't get her words out whatsoever, can she? So this one is a missing number problem, and you can see we're looking at pence here. So 30p, 40p, 70p, 80p. Now I recognise that jump already, and I know that that jump is going in 10p. Okay, and I can also recognise in this one that this one is going up in 10p too. So let's fill in the gaps. So we've got 30p, 40p. What one would this be? It would be 50. 50 what? 50 sausages, 50 peanuts, 50p. Let's add another one now, another 10p. So it will be 60p. Super. And I've done, haven't I? No, I haven't. I've got some left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to count backwards now. 80p, 70p, 60p, 50p, 40p, 30p, 20p. There we go. And my last one would be 10p. Oh, that's a beautiful 10. I'm very impressed with that, Miss Dunn. So well done. Ding, done that one. Let's have a look at this next one, number 4. Now, in number 4, it's another one, and I'm looking at a different way of measuring. It is in centimetres, okay? So I've got 85 centimetres, 80 centimetres. So it looks like I'm subtracting 5 centimetres each time, doesn't it? So let's try and work out the missing one. So 5 from 80 centimetres would be 75 centimetres. Then 70 centimetres, then it would be 5 from 70, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65 centimetres, using my fingers to help me, using what I've got available. And then another 5, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60 centimetres. Super duper dupe. Right, let's have a look at my last question. Now, it looks like a really big one, this, doesn't it? So I'll get some more space for my working out. So Miss Dunn and Bethany went to the shop. Bethany bought 5 strawberry laces costing 20p each, okay? And Miss Dunn bought 2 apples costing 35p each. How much did they spend altogether? So there's a lot I need to do on this bit. First of all, let's sort Bethany out. So Bethany bought 5 strawberry laces and they cost 20 pence each. There we go. And Bethany's face right now is a picture because she loves sweeties. So I'm going to do my grid method to work it out, just like that. And I'm going to put my 5 here and I'm going to put 20 here. But it's not 20, is it? It's 20p. So 5 times 20p. So what we'd do, we could count in 20s, which would make it really, really simple. Or we could do 5 times 2 and then multiply it by 10. Miss Dunn's going to count in 20s though. So 20p, 40p, 60p, 80p, 100p. Okay. Now we know in year 3 that 100p is the same as what? It is the same as, oh, see if I can do it. There we go. Miss Dunn's getting posh. £1. So we've sorted Bethany. Let's have a look at me now and what I bought. So Miss Dunn bought 2 apples and they cost 35p each. So you can see I've done it in a different colour because it's a different calculation that I'm having to work out now. So I'm going to have to do my grid method again, but I can split 35 up, can't I? So I'm going to put my multiplication sign here. I'm going to do my 2 times here, and I'm going to partition my 35 into 30 and 5. So I'm going to do 30, oh, that went a bit crazy, didn't it? 30 here and 5 here. Now I could do 2 times 3 and then multiply it by 10, or I could just do 2 times 30. So 30, 60. So I'm going to put my 60 there, and then I've got my, oh, do you know what I forgot, you 3? I forgot to put my P on. I'll put my P on now so that I don't forget. And then I'm going to do 2 times 5p. So 2 times 5p, 5p, 10p. Then what I've got to do, I could add these in my head straight away, but I'm going to do it the proper way so that we can all see how we work it out. I'm going to do 60p, and I'm going to add 10p. I'm doing some great sound effects today. And then I'm going to add them together. 60 add 10p equals what? 0 add 0 is 0. I'm going to make sure I've got my p there. 60 add 10 is 70. So I've got 70p. Now what I need to do now, it says on the last bit, how much did they spend altogether? So I've got £1 here and 70p. So what I'd do, My son's going crazy again. I'd add £1 and 70p. And that one's really, really straightforward. I could do this in my column addition, but I can do that one just in my head. So £1 at 70p would be £1 70. P. I hope that makes sense, year 3. There's lots and lots of these for you to try today. I've done them in the groups that you normally work in. Give them your best shot that you can. Once you've done, if you could take a photo and send them to me on Class Dojo, that'd be super. Bye.